Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're up and running. Madrid have opted for a 4-4-2 formation. It's Neymar! Oh, he's hit the bar! Otto.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Marquinhos cuts out the pass. And here's Osimhen. Joe! And Czech pulls off a sensational save. He's scored!
Gol. Marcó en el minuto 6 el dorsal 6.
Madrid finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Rijkaard. McAllister. Now it's Dani Olmo. Well seen, saw that coming. Beckham. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Searching pass he's played there. That's a throw. Ah, good steal, he just read it. And it's Olmo. That is good strength. Donatoni. Vinicius Junior. And here's Donatoni. And that's gone loose. Oakland Roots leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1. Good chance here! And he's done very well to deal with it.
Bale probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
And here's Bale. Tries to pass it through. He's found space here. Good read, needed to be. And he's there to get it away. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Oh, that is a good... He's having a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Diouf is offering a wry smile there.
Oakland Roots with the corner. They're first. Cleared without hesitation. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Bale. Oh, great chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Silvestre did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He's had a shot! Oh, good finish! They have come roaring back!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have some...
Chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. Tries to get it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Shapes to shoot! It's a goal! And the comeback is complete! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Madrid leading now.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When
Goes for a shot! He's got away with one there.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
And it's Olmo. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Neymar. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Oh, shoots! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Just really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Otto. He is through here. Knocks it into space. There's the shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. McAllister. Looking for the run. Good take. Can he finish? In he goes again. Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Oh, easy pickings there. Neymar. Beckham. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And here's Osimhen. And it's Olmo. Diouf. Beckham. Rodri.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now Neymar. And it's Rodri. Looking tidy in possession here. Donadoni. It's Bale! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. So we reached the halfway point.
Well, I can tell you it's been an absolutely fantastic watch, Peter. I wish I could come here every week. It's been wonderfully open, wonderfully tense, and beautifully unpredictable now.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. Away we go again.
Oakland Roots really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Rodri. McAllister. Right, looks a good ball through. Dani Olmo! And that was struck with genuine force.
Dani Olmo clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
Bale. Short changes him with that pass. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Bale. McAllister.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Marquinhos is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. And it's McAllister. And here's Osimhen, out towards the flank. Otto does well to get it back. Zanetti just loves to go forward whenever he can. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Neymar. So what can they make of this? He's had it taken off him. And he cuts out the supply.
Oakland roots.
And a shot! And there's a goal! It's level again! What a match we have!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Cafu. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Corner number 3 coming up. Right card! Brilliantly cut out. Beckham gets it away. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Neymar. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Bale. Oh, a gilt-edged big chance! It's in! Into the lead once more. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And here's McAllister. Neymar has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Now it's Messi. That's a shade optimistic. Threads one in. That's a good real chance! So close to drawing level.
Osimhen clearly wanted to level things up in a hurry here. It didn't quite come off for him, but top marks for the effort.
So their fourth corner of the game. And he's heaved it away. That'll be a throw-in. And it's Messi. Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Oakland roots really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Not the most accurate pass. Mateus. Now it's Osimhen. Oh, that's a key interception. He's found a way past. Neymar. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Passing nice and neat. Juve in the hunt and looking threatening. Pass somewhat off target.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Juve. Neymar.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And the shot!
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Otto getting this one clear. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. That's beautifully weighted. Now this could be a chance. And that is well cleared. No foul, says the referee. Ball is over the line.
Cambio de jugadores.
Silvestre gets over and intercepts. And there goes the final whistle. Oakland roots can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. Well, how will we look back? The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. These high, steep stands at Signal Iduna Park really do create an intimidating environment for every visiting side. Well, we're on the way. Goa have chosen to go... Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Pass somewhat off target. Cross to the back post. Oh, greatly! Oh, crossbar! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. That's a sharp pass. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Now it's Alvarez. McAllister. Jupe. Now this could be a chance. Neymar. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
That's a good foot in there. Has a look and plays it forward. Oh, he's having a go! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Van de Ven. Koundé. Beckham. Knocks it back. Silvestre. So it is still 0-0. Not the most accurate pass. That's where it came from. Alvarez! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Pau Kubasi gets over and intercepts. Cafu. And it's Olmo. Juke. Alvarez.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Goa are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. And that's been won straight back. Alvarez proves just a little bit too strong. Towering header! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Aims beyond the defence. It's Van Basten! Fantastic from Van Basten! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Goa are in front now, the game's only goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
That's good play. Cafu did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Joe! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Alvarez. Now it's Alvarez. Cafu gets across to intercept that. Rijkaard. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oakland Roots ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. McAllister. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. He's going for goal! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Oakland Roots with the corner. They're first. Danny Olmo! And it's come back out to him. And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Oakland Roots certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Now it's Alvarez. Alvarez gets on his... And there's the shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. Oh, good effort! He will be livid with himself. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Oakland Roots have it back and can go again. Crosses it in.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Beckham.
Osimhen has been indicated.
Beckham. Raul. Well, they could break here. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Danny Olmo. Danny Olmo.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
And the referee says that is that for the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Quick announcement, it is now time
Oakland
for our
Roots
special lottery.
trailing by
Please
the
grab tickets
tightest
you were
of
given when
margins
you
at
were walking through the
half-time.
gates.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And we are back underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Looking for options for movement, and that's just the keeper in his way. And it's Beckham. Neymar. And back. Oh, shooting chance! Contact was certainly crisp. Didn't quite come off.
Well, he's visibly not happy with that. That says a lot about his professionalism.
Silvestre is one whose deliveries we all know about. Stood up well to him there. Gabriel gets it away. Looking for a runner. That has not gone well. It's a good spell of possession, this. Out towards the flank. Played back into the centre.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Van der Ven cuts out the pass. Still chasing the game, trailing by one. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. He's there to retrieve it. Goa appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're...
Tries a shot! And that's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's a great...
And he shoots! It's a goal! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! Just one in it now.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Silvestre.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Decent chance! Oh, a very decent attempt. Neymar. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. That's good running with the ball. Driving on and making good progress. And he's picked it up out wide. Van Basten. Dani Olmo can so cleverly bypass the press. That's really well cleared. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Wriggles his way through. Zanetti flashes it across.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Juve. It's a pretty loose pass.
Oakland Roots really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Played out wide. Looking tidy in possession here. Raul.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oakland roots could be just about done here.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
Danny Olmo.
Substitutions taking place.
Throw in. Chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Mateus is offering a wry smile there. It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
Right card! And a neat finish. Such thrill, such noise, and how this matters. Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
Shoots! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Into stoppage time, very little left on it. No luck with that dink over the top.
Substitution.
So we have further activity on the bench here. Dembele getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
Real chance! And that's it. They will have to shake on that. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead.
Just a quick announcement. We would like to
Your reflections then, Jim.
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Unmistakably, the San Siro, this most distinctive of structures. 80,000 it holds. And we're underway. Andrew Cole, Jim, one of the strikers that defined an era in English football, wouldn't you say? His medal collection speaks for itself.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Peter, and I would put his success down to a strength of his that isn't immediately noticeable.
What's that?
His tactical intelligence, which allowed him to play the game very instinctively. His game is essentially about making runs in behind the defence or creating and exploiting space with his movement. But his ability to read the game and his anticipation makes him an absolute nightmare for any defence.
Now it's Deco. And claimed it back. Cole! Oh, it's come loose. He'll try to keep this alive. Cross goes in there. Sylvestre tries to... Real chance!
India would very much seem to be growing their confidence here. You can feel it.
Looking for options for movement, and that could set him on his way. Great ball. Can he finish? And he's done it! And we have liftoff! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
India finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning.
Shot at goal! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Batistuta! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Batistuta clearly was a little selfish there, but I don't think it was a bad attempt.
Nicely weighted ball. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Shoots! He's got a goal! And they're threatening to fly away here. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much...
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And that's going to be a booking. He's having a good look here. A real chance then to ease this unpleasant predicament. Deco! India have their second corner now. Rijkaard! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no. Oakland Roots have hit a quick-fire double here and are well and truly in the driving seat. And he welcomes it in.
Dembele really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Oh, it's played into the area.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Conte. Robertson. That's a little off target. And this is Dembele. That is Dembele! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
Conte. Robertson. Beckenbauer. Robertson. Some really good ball movement. Big chance! Oh, super goal! A finish right from the top draw. A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
It's a quick one. This looks promising. Looking for the run. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. India are looking to break at pace. And it's Olmo. Oh, that's rather hopeful. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Cole. Rijkaard proves too strong. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Beckenbauer, 40 minutes gone, half-time closing in, out towards the flank, swings in across, Al Kubasi clears it away, he's having a shot, and a neat finish, they have done it, they have their equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Cole. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Oakland Roots are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, complaining, the goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, this has been gripping stuff. 4 goals evenly shared at the interval. Shapes to shoot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Pass somewhat off target. Diouf absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
And it's Belletti. Oh, super ball, and the shot! Marvellous goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
India with the lead. And Batistuta! Batistuta! Utterly brilliant! That is a gem! An absolute gem! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Belletti. Just about up to the hour now. It's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, it's Dembele. And the through ball. And he's in on goal. Joe! That is some save from Khan! Robertson. Deco. To Schneider. And here's Batistuta. Schneider. That has not gone well. And the keeper's given it away. And he's got away from... And the finish! It's a goal! We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Just one in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Pete.
And the shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
Oh, easy pickings there. Zanetti. And here's Dembele. Diouf. And he's got the beating of his man.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again. Goes for a shot! Well taken goal. They've done it again! It is incredible!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it. An impact sub.
Oh, what a game we have on our hands here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Corner number 3 coming up. And it's in! And again they hit the front. And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business. Doesn't he just?
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
India leading now.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
And no, that was never going to make it. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And that is expertly dealt with. Khan clears without hesitation. Now, can they get him away? Well, that's well seen too.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And this is Batistuta.
Might want to be careful there.
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Zanetti has been sent off. It was deemed a professional foul.
Yes, sadly he knew exactly what he was doing and he had to go with the risk.
And this is Messi.
Ci saranno 5 minuti di recupero.
Conte. Deco. Pau Kubasi gets a foot in here. Now it's Batistuta. Mateus. Belletti aimed beyond the defence. Well, that pass isn't the best. He'll try from distance! Now that wasn't a bad hit by any means.
Just couldn't quite control it. Nothing wrong with the height and the contact.
And that is that. Oakland Roots, pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing.